Hello YouTube, this is Drugoli from Nets of an Error, and this is episode 2 of my TnT or tips and tricks. And real quick, I'm using the FAMAS with extended mags and silencer. My perks are Hardline, Warlord, and Hacker, and my kill streaks are Attack Helicopter, Blackbird, and Chopper Gunner. So before I go into this episode's topic, which is playstyles, I have a question for you guys. You can put a comment down below in this video, or just either when it's done or right now if you want to, if you have a good idea. But what I want to ask you guys is if you know Hutch or CNanners, or I think it's a guy called Tep or something, Chep, I don't know. But CNanners, whenever he starts a video, he always says, "Hello everyone, my name is CNanners." And Hutch always says, I believe it's something like, I make Call of Duty videos and I put them on the internet. That's something he always says when he starts a video, and this Tep guy always says, to the face, or something whenever he starts a video. It sounds pretty weird. But what I want to ask you guys, if you have a good idea for a catchphrase, because I think that I need to get some very cool catchphrase for whenever I have a video. Something that I can say that either side's very funny or cool, or maybe both things. Just something that's funny that I can say whenever I start a video. Just something I wanted to. I don't have any ideas myself, but if you have a very good idea, please just comment it down below, and maybe I'll use it and just take a look at it. So this week's topic, or this episode's topic, is playstyles. And in my opinion, there are 3 different types of playstyles. There are offensive/rushing, there's defensive, and there's camping. So the first is offensive or rushing. Offensive or rushing is, in my opinion, just about the same thing. Rushing means that you just go running real fast. You don't go from cover to cover like you might do in defensive, which I'm gonna go into later. And normally when you see someone rushing, or you rush yourself, at least I do, I normally use or you see them use a SMG or a submachine. It's the same thing, a submachine gun or a shotgun, because they make you can run faster with a submachine gun or shotgun than you can with something big as a assault rifle or a sniper, a light machine gun, whatever. You can run faster with those 2 things. And when you rush, you basically just you normally go for the other player or the other team's spawn. You just try to get to them as quick as possible, like from point A to point B as quick as you can. But there are some downsides when you do that, because when you're rushing, you're just running forward, and people that might be playing defensive, they can be sitting down behind some cover, and they'll have a lot better position to shoot you than you have to shoot them. But when you're rushing, at least when I do it, I normally think about where I'm going, and I'm trying to flank the enemy if I know where they are from a UAV or something like that. I try to flank them, since that's the best way to get behind them or to them without them knowing that you're there. So that was rushing or playing offensive, and then there is playing defensive. And some people might actually say that playing defensive and camping is the same thing, but it's not. I have some very, very clear differences between the 2. When you're playing defensive, if you put rushing and playing defensive up against each other, when you're playing defensive, you are not moving very fast. When you're rushing, you're moving very fast forward from point A to point B. When you're playing defensive, you try to get from point A to point B as safe as possible. At least that's what I do. So that means that you won't be rushing out into the open, like you can see there down on the streets where there are no cover, like we're right below where I'm pointing right now. There's not that much cover, or maybe out there on the left with the trees. You don't have anywhere to go where you can cover from the other team. But what you try to do when you're playing defensive is get from cover to cover, and you want to be in a good position where they can only see your head or just a little part of your body, and you want to position yourself so you can see their whole body and they can't see that much of you. And mostly when you're playing defensive, you're not moving that fast, so you don't need to use a submachine gun or a shotgun, because you're going to be going slowly forward. So you probably want to use something like a light machine gun or assault rifle, something that's not as quick. So they Oh yeah, and also when you're playing defensive, you're trying to really just cover one side of the map. You don't try to run around on the whole map. You try to stay in in one part of the map. For example, in this map here, I could stay in that house that's onto my right here, or probably onto my right at this point. I don't quite know. Or I could try to stay in the house on the opposite side and just try to cover that bit so all of my other team members can run past and don't get killed that much. And then there's camping. Even when you're playing defensive, you are moving around a bit. You are slowly moving forward. But when you're camping, you're sitting in the same spot, in the same corner, the same room, all the time. It might only be for, like, sometimes you can camp for half a game or something, or if you're playing something like capture the flag, or yeah, capture the flag is the best thing you can say. When you're playing capture the flag, you try to make sure that they can't take your flag. If you're defending and capture the flag, you normally camp beside the flag. And if someone's doing that, I'm not against them, because that's a very good place to camp. That's a very good, well, time to camp. But if they're like in a team deathmatch or a free fall, I hate campers. I can't stand them because they just sit the same place over and over again. And you don't expect them to be sitting there all the time, because at one point someone's gonna throw a grenade in there, and I always think that someone else is gonna do it. But I end up going through it again and again and again, and they end up killing me and again and again. That's very, very annoying for me. But camping, you just sit in the same place, in the same house, same room. You don't move around that much. You just basically, you find a place where there are only two ways to get inside to where you are. And in one of the doors, you sit there looking at the entire time. The other one, you cover that with claymores, or what is it, motion sensors, something like that. So your sides are covered. But that's basically all of the playstars here I wanted to talk about. So remember to comment down below on a catchphrase you think that might be cool for me to use. If you have any ideas, please just comment down below. And also rate and hopefully a thumbs up. And also remember to follow me on Twitter. And also real quicker before it ends, the next episode of this TnT is probably going to go up on something called PGN Live, or Pure Gaming Network Live. It's a other channel that can help me maybe get more viewers to my channel and give me more viewers, more subscribers. The next episode is hopefully going to come up there, and there's of course going to be a reference video on my channel telling you guys that the video is there and you can go watch it. But maybe it's going up there. If it's not, I'm just gonna put it up on my normal channel for you guys to enjoy. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm just gonna see you guys later.